In every episode of this podcast, I've been telling you a story that happened a long time ago in a small village in southern Italy, on a rocky mountain that most of the world has never heard of. But today, I want to step back from history for a moment, because the story of Castelpetroso is not only something that happened in 1888, it is something that is still happening in the lives of real people. People like the men that I am about to introduce to you. I am Danny Cicchino, and this is the little Lourdes of Italy, shrine of Our Lady of Sorrows in Castelpetroso, region of Molise, Italy. I had the pleasure of meeting someone through his voice, recalling and narrating his life story to me, his faith and his devotion to Our Lady of Sorrows of Castelpetroso. His name is Nicola Antonio Di Marzio. He was born in Monaciglione in the province of Campobasso. He's 87 years old and he lives today in Florida. When Nicola was 5 years old, his father died. He was the youngest of 5 children, and the family had very little. A few years later, he fell gravely ill with typhoid fever. He was so sick that the children from his school gathered around his bed. The priest came. The house filled with people, and Nicola, still a small boy, asked a carpenter friend of his brother to build him a small table. What he meant, of course, was a small coffin. He did not die. What happened next is what brought him eventually to Castelpetroso and to the shrine of Our Lady of Sorrows. And it is a story he has carried in his heart for more than 80 years. Anthony drank the miraculous water that springs at the apparition site, and from that day on, from that pozzetto, that little well, Anthony has lived a successful life in Staten Island, New York, and now in Jupiter, Florida. A child who asked for a coffin, a man who is still here. I don't think there is anything I need to add to that. What I will say is this: stories like Nicola's are not rare. They exist in families across America, across Canada, across Australia, carried quietly, sometimes half forgotten, sometimes only half believed. A grandmother who prayed at a certain shrine. A grandfather who came home from an illness no one expected him to survive. A photograph of a church on a mountain that nobody quite remembers the name of. If you're listening to this, and if you have a story like that, a memory, a family connection, something passed down, I would love to hear it. You can reach us at the Shrine's website, www.santuarioaddolorata.it/n/podcast. And if this episode has moved you, or made you curious, or made you think of someone you love, please share it. Send it to a friend. Send it to a cousin. Send it to someone who grew up with a photograph of an Italian church on the wall and never knew the full story. The shrine of Our Lady of Sorrows has been standing on that mountain since 1888. It is still there, and the story is still unfolding. I am Danny Cicchino, and this is the little Lourdes of Italy, Shrine of Our Lady of Sorrows in Castelpetroso, region of Molise, Italy. If this story speaks to you, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, so you won't miss what comes next. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode.